downsizing deeper and I'm here to stay. Feeling good, taking my GLP-1 medicine. One whole year, wiped away my fears. Done 60 pounds, but that's no all. I kept on going even through the storms. My A1C went down. I still have work to do. Just when you thought I was done, my high blood pressure went down too. Feeling good, taking my tea, but it weigh one less. I have a great story to tell. I'm on the road to lose 100 pounds. Can I do it in 2025? Yes, I can. Downsizing deeper and I'm here to stay. Feeling good, taking my GLP-1
Hello, and welcome. It is Wednesday. Geez, Louise, this week, I think, now this is 1 week that has gone by pretty quick to me. So let me start off with Happy Wednesday to ya. Happy Wednesday to ya. Happy Wednesday. Oh my goodness, it is Wellness Wednesday. And so today we are talking about what you lose on a GLP-1 that's more than weight. So we are going to talk about it. Now, what do you think I'm talking about? Because if you saw the thumbnail, you should know. What do you think I'm referring to when I say you lose more than weight? We got my girl Mel B up in here. We got Ange. We got, Ange, we missed you too. We got my girl Paula. We got Wellness with Liza. Oh, and she got MBA up in here next to her name. We love that. Okay, Liza, I got to check out that pic when I can get up closer. We got Nancy. How are you? So what do you guys think? The people that are in the chat already, what do you think? The real MVP? How are you? Sandy, how are you? So what do you guys think we lose? What do you think I'm referring to in that title? You lose more than weight on a GLP-1. Let's talk about it. What do you think? Ooh. Monica in the house. How are you? Okay, Mel came in with the guest. What do you guys think? Oh, Ange. Oh, she put it twice. Okay, well, no, I thought I saw your name twice. Okay, that is Paula saying hello to people. Okay, so you out there watching in YouTube land, what do you think we're referring to? Go in my comment section if you don't want to come in the chat. Tell me in the comment section. Okay, so we got D Mel B. She said friends. Okay, great guess. We have Ange that's saying friends and family. Jeez, Louise. Okay, so we just got those two people guessing. Okay, well, I am going to tell you. This is what I'm talking about. What about your friends? Are they going to stand their ground? Are they going to let you down again? Is that how it goes? What about your friends? Now, this is so ironic that I'm singing a TLC song because they are, my girl Chili is involved in some hot water right now. And I'm singing their song. But it's about the friendships of it all. So I want to know out there, let me know in the chat. Oh, Cookie, come on in. Cookie, how are you? Nancy, I think I saw you too. Okay, I got to look at these profile pics. Okay, so have you guys lost friends since taking a GLP-1? Have you lost any friends since you've been taking your GLP-1? Yes or no? Can you let me know in the chat? And whoever would have thought losing weight would be, you would lose much more than just weight when you are taking a GLP-1 or on any weight loss journey for that matter. Who would have thought that you would lose relationships? So hopefully you guys will tell me some of your relationships have gotten it even stronger. But unfortunately, I think that some people, wait a second, hold up, wait a minute. What did I just see here? Oh, wait, okay. Ooh. Oh my gosh. So it says, now is this true? It says breaking news. This is from the business newsletter. It says Eli Lilly's oral obesity pill approved, kicking off renewed Novo rivalry. Is that true? Has my orforglipron been approved? Jeez Louise. Okay, so is that true? Now I just got this as breaking news. Let me see. Where else can I look? Okay, okay. So your friends might want to take off forward with my Let's see. Okay, so let me find out. Let's see. How is it approved that we're just finding out at night? Am I late? Okay, I just got this that came across my phone. Let me say, okay, I'm gonna look it up. You guys probably already are on it. Okay, by the FDA. Is this true? Does TMZ report stuff like this? Because if TMZ says orforglipron has been approved, then it is so. Yes, 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 yes. I'm excited because I have stock in Eli Lilly, so I want them to do well. And I'm also taking their medication. I want it to get better, not worse. Do I want the prices to drop? Absolutely. But am I excited about the potential for other people who maybe this Zepbound and Mounjaro at the doses we have it at is not working. Maybe this I'm gonna call this baby Froggy. Maybe Froggy or Forglipron. Maybe this is going to do the trick for some people who need a higher dose or something to work a little bit different, because it works a little bit different. So we're going to have to dive into this right in time for my spring break. I just love it. Okay, so it says, yes, the FDA granted expedited. Oh, I love that word. Approval for Eli Lilly's orforglipron on April 1st. April Fools! This is not April Fools. If this is April Fools, I'm going to be so annoyed. This is not April Fools. Is it the FDA? Is it FDA? I mean, geez, Louise. For chronic weight management in adults with obesity or overweight. Now, this better not be April Fools, because I got people good today. Somebody then got me again, got me back. If this is not true. Okay, so I'm seeing it all over. I'm seeing it. Okay, all right. Okay, all right. Jeez Louise, people are on it. Okay, breaking news. Oh, I love it. I love the breaking news of it all. Okay, so let's get back to the topic at hand, and then we can talk about that. We got to talk about that before we leave today. So I asked a question, and I guess I should probably answer it too. Oh, I see Shani in the chat. I see, Anissa in the chat. How are you, ladies? Tracy, how are you? Oh, I see my twin, Bellflower. How are you? Okay. So have you guys lost friends? So I'm going to scroll up so I can see where it starts. Okay. All right. So let's see. You said, I think it's friends. I think it's friends too. Okay, yes, it is friends too. Friends. And I don't really want to focus so much on family, but I mean, if you want to go with family too, we could do that. Whatever you guys want to talk about. Oh, that is too funny. Okay, so-called friends. Yes, I love that too. Okay, Paula, I remember you talking about this, and this is a topic I wanted to talk about for some time. And I thought it didn't really go with what I was doing, the videos I was making. But then I made this video called, what was it called? Oh, things you should never say to a GLP-1 user. Did you guys check that out? You got to go check that video out. Things you should never say to a GLP-1 user. And yeah, that made me think about some friends and things that I'm hearing friends are saying. And then I have two friends taking the GLP-1 and they're really not telling anybody. So, and what do we think about that? Like not telling people. And I'm going to tell you what I think, but I've been more curious about what you think. You say people let you down all the time. I keep my circle real small. That is a word. Let me give you some confetti because I can relate to that. That is a word right there. Okay, here we go. Bam. Now it's not showing on the big screen. What's up with that? Okay, there we go. Okay. It was just black. I saw just black. Okay, so I agree with that wholeheartedly. You said, but I have gained so many in this community. Absolutely. We're going to give you some confetti for that. That was a word too, Paula. We've gained friends. I know I have. So I love that. Let's see. So anybody else that has lost power? Let's see. You said no, they have been remarkable. Oh, very good. Excellent. You know what? Let's give you some confetti for this. So let's give you some applause. How about that? Yeah, now I'm going to tell you, everybody doesn't have supportive friends. So I think that's absolutely wonderful. Okay, you said, oh, Mel says, yes, I chose to change some relationships. Okay, so you got to explain. What do you mean you chose to? Okay, so people are telling me that Froggy or Forglipron has been approved. It's not a prank. And I was like, okay, I gotta scroll down because too many people would be trying to prank me if that was the that was the case. All right, so let's see. I'm sorry, what is it? Oh, this is about, have you lost friends since taking a GLP-1 and starting your health journey, your weight loss journey? And that's a great question, Sandy. Have you lost friends? That's what we want to talk about tonight. Let's see. We got she is Tamika. She said, hello, Dee Dee and chat. How are you? Miss Toy the review. She says, hey, Dee Dee and chat. How are you? So Tamika and Toy, have you guys lost friends since taking your GLP-1? I would love to know that. Shani, have you lost any friends since getting snatched like you are getting? Have you lost friends? So I'm going to tell you guys, let's see, but long ago, no, but I long ago know who friends are and who your casual acquaintances are. You know what, JC, I don't think everybody knows that though. So what do you consider a friend versus an acquaintance? Because I think people throw around that friendship word so loosely, and I used to be one of them, and I still might be. I call everybody friend, but I have friends in compartments, right? And tabs in my head. And before I get into the friendship of it all, I don't want to lose friends tonight either. Because I might say something and you might be like, that darn Dee Dee. But I'm just going to say, my girl Ange is up in here and she started hitting me with that Spanish. Hola, ¿cómo estás? And one of my close friends, 30 years plus, we're all like sisters. I would say she's my little sister in our sorority. I'm her big sis. But in real life, outside of the sorority and everything else, I say we have just been friends for so long, at 30 plus years. And she's a Spanish teacher. So I'm going to send this live to her when this is over. And I'm going to tell her, you got to teach me some Spanish so I can talk to my girl Ange. Now she's taught my daughter some things. She actually, haven't you guys, wasn't there a time when we all had to learn like Spanish or French or I don't know, whatever the language was. And they try to teach it to you in middle school. Now, you should start when you're super young. Now, her kids started when they were young learning Spanish. And I remember when we were in college, she went off for a semester. She had the whole experience of, living with, living in Spain and being with a Spanish speaking family. And so she came back very fluent and she knew she wanted her girls to really learn Spanish. She has 3 daughters. And so they went to Spanish speaking schools even at a young age. So I say that to say, if you want your kids to know another language, which I think is going to be so helpful in the coming, years that we're living in here, I think it's great as young as you can start them off. There's so many great apps too. But in the meantime, Ange, like brush me up because I took Spanish, and I want to say I took Spanish all of my middle school years, and I know how to speak some things. Now, my 3rd graders are impressed, but Ange, you wouldn't be. I just know how to count. I know how to say some slick, clever stuff. I know how to say something nice to a guy, and that's about it. After that, it's a wrap. All right, so I got off on the tangent about the Spanish, so let's get back to the friendships of it all. So I'm going to tell you guys, I have lost a friend, and I don't know if it's exclusively about that GLP-1, the GLP-1. I think it might be though, because I'm telling you, as soon as I started taking that GLP-1 and told her, like I told her and some other people, like kind of early on. And I just feel like there was a shift and a change. And not really even like making comments about my weight or how I was looking, what some other people were. So I think it has a lot to do with that. And I know she was very against it, like saying it was dangerous. What is it going to do? That's the reason why I started doing interviews, because she was one of the people who said, what are you going to do, in long term, and what is this medication going to do? And at the time, I knew a little bit about the history of, the GLP-1, because I had taken Rybelsus and it didn't work for me. But in the meantime, while I'm researching it, I found out that this Ozempic had been around for a long time. And the reason why I guess we didn't know about it is because it was, people weren't, the celebrities had not been using it, I think, for weight loss purposes, right? Some of the people who had been taking it for diabetes knew that it was a side effect. But once people start taking it and thinking, and I don't know, I guess it's not doing anything to you if you don't have, diabetes. Once they realize that you could take it off label and lose weight and not have to worry about your blood sugar level dropping down too low. Some people still have that issue though, but that you could safely take it, then it blew out of proportion and became a thing. So I kind of was armed with that to kind of like have something to say back when she, brought up that concern. But one of the things I said is I'm going to interview people that have been on this medication on YouTube and have been on there for a year or longer. And I really wanted to interview people who had lost 100 plus pounds, but it wasn't that many people a year or two ago that I saw that had lost that much at that time. And so I just wanted to interview people who have been taking it a long time, were successful, because you don't have to lose 100 plus pounds to be successfully taking it. And so that's how my interview started. It wasn't because I was looking for content or trying to fill up my channel, because Lord knows I can, fill up my own channel with my own stuff, which I do. And so people were asking me, like, you took a break from interviews. I really like to interview people I, am interested in talking to and haven't seen or heard a lot from. And then I've been busy too. So I will say that, because it's a lot of interesting people. But then you think, oh, I'm going to interview this person. And then I see them somewhere interviewing. And then it just kind of like, I was like, okay, I'm going to wait. Because I kind of have some of my questions answered. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I started interviewing, because I was just, really for my friends and family. And I'm telling you, when I first started interviewing, I was sending those interviews. Share, check her out, check him out, check her out. And really it was all women until I think I interviewed Round Mound of Zepbound for a while there. So, that's how that went. That's how the interviews went. That didn't impress her. It impressed me, because I was like so proud of these folks, but that didn't impress her. And I don't know if our friendship is, I don't know where it's at. It's in limbo, but for me, I am good. I am feeling good and I'm okay. She might not be okay, but I'm definitely okay. So that just disappointed me, because I just thought, wow, I got all these people compliment me, and then a 30 plus year friendship. We've been friends for that long. 30-year friendship, she has not. Now, I has not really said a lot. So I also have a friend who 40-year friendship with this person. She's lost probably like 130 pounds. She's down to a size 2. And she says she lost it intermittent fasting and not a lot of exercise, like jumping up and down with a vibration plate. That's why I got the vibration plate, because I thought if it worked for her, it'll work for me. She works from home, and she, I saw her little hookup, and I just thought, oh, okay, this is a great idea. So she lost a ton of weight, and then her last, I think, 20 pounds or so she lost with Ozempic. So I have a history of friends, taking it, but I do think that people are still ashamed of taking the GLP-1. And there is no shame in my game. Like, anybody who wants to know, I happily tell you. And people compare this to, people will say like, well, you don't go around telling people you're on high blood pressure. Well, if they saw a blood pressure pill stuck to my head, I would. If they could see like my arteries getting better or anything else getting better, I would. But you can't see that, right? We can only tell you. You can't really see that somebody's taking blood pressure medicine. So if I were taking blood pressure medicine and it was a known thing, or you could see it, there was an obvious change, I would share that too, probably. I mean, I don't think I would care, but I don't know, because, it's like, I don't know what would happen. I just know I'm just not embarrassed about that sort of thing. But with the GLP-1, now people see it and say, when you see people see you slim down or you tell somebody how much weight you lost, the first question is, how did you do it? What did you do? And so there is a point where if you say diet and exercise, like some of these celebrities, knowing you're taking the GLP-1, is that really, it's not their business, but is that also like not being the most honest either? So, and I'm cool, but the people who want to say like none of your business or not tell, I'm cool with that too, because it is none of their business, right? Um, but so that's my situation. So I got this friend in limbo, and I really don't even know if I would call it limbo. I just got this associate hanging out there at this point. So did you guys tell me, what do you think the difference is? Did JC answer that? What's the difference between a friend and an associate? Because I think, especially for women, this is something we need to learn. I don't think people really understand the difference between a friend and an associate, like people you socialize with, right? There really is a difference. Okay, so I done said all that. Let me go back up in this chat and see what you guys are saying. Hey Carla, how are you? Okay, wait. Twin. She said I lost dead weight, literally. You lost some acquaintances? Okay. All right. Very good. Let's see. Okay. So this chat is going down, down, and down. Let's see. Okay. I'm scrolling. Geez Louise. Okay. I saw people were talking about orforglipron. Okay. So let me get down to the nitty gritty. Okay. So you lost friends, Paula. You said these friends were not true friends, but really became distant when I started being successful. That's the key, right? Successful in weight loss. Isn't that a shame? And so what word would you use to describe them? Like, so are you calling them haters? Are you saying they're jealous? Are you saying they're envious? Are you saying they're worried about you, concerned? Do you think it's more of like being concerned, or do you think it borders on like hater? Or jealous? And I will say, I think women are women are known to be jealous of each other. It's just a thing. You can sit up here and say you're not that person. I don't believe you. Women can be jealous. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Okay, so yeah, so I'm trying to go back to JC. Yes. Okay. So tell us what that is. Okay, so Chi said, I'm lucky. All of my friends and family have been supportive of my journey. I think that's excellent. Shawnee says she's lost some acquaintances. My twin said the dead weight is gone. It reminds me of like of like that scene in The Wiz when the witch gets killed and they're dancing around her. No, I meant the drug. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. No, that's okay. Well, we're going to talk about that probably toward the end here. I can't really say I've lost friends, but some definitely act differently around me, especially acquaintances at work. Several people are kind and supportive, but others have been awkward. What do you think that's about? Carla, how are you? She says, hey, Diva. Okay, so Carla, have you lost friends since being on your health journey? Okay, I'm scrolling down. Brenda, how are you? She says, hey, Dee Dee and friends and acquaintances. I love that. Hola. So you read the chat at the top of the chat. I love that. Very good. Okay, so Joseph Shani says she's experienced that as well. Not every friendship is meant to last a lifetime, a season, or a lifetime. So true. Okay, so Brenda is saying hello. So she's about to, she said, I'm about to be claimed, y'all. Paula, Cookie, Mel, Purple, and my lovely friends, 100. I don't care if we only met each other from YouTube. You're my friends, and I'm claiming you. I love that. Very good. I think when you are changing and that doesn't align with how you moved previously, some people fall off, and for dually accepted in some cases. Okay, we're no longer in alignment and there's no love lost. And yeah, and you know what? That's how I feel. That's how I feel. I'm not one of those people that get upset and get my feathers don't get easily ruffled, but my feelings do get hurt. You know, a 30-year friendship, I don't know if my feelings was hurt. Let me take that back and be accurate. I think I was disappointed in the maturity of it all. Like we're 50. Like she's even older than me, I think. So it's like, I mean, really, you're that upset? I just don't understand it, you know. And if you're that concerned, like is backing and pushing away is going to help the concern of it all? I don't think so. So yeah, that was just disappointing. And I scaled back from saying I was hurt because I didn't shed a tear over it at all. I'm very disappointed. Hey, how are you? Is that the lovely Mia? She says, "Hey, Dee Dee, how are you? I am great, feeling great. How are you? How's your weight loss going?" It's more of the percentage of weight loss and not the amount in pounds. Okay, all right. So explain that. What do you mean by that? And Devin, how are you? Wait a minute, Devin. Okay, so you said the best example, I can see the same person every time I'm at a grocery store and share greetings. I wouldn't call that person my friend, but some people would. Okay, all right. So yeah, so I would kind of agree. I think an acquaintance is, I think I use the word friend because the history is there. Because when I say friend, that's what you guys probably say. Dang, she got so many BFFs. I really have like a group of that. We're not all grouped together though. Like I'm friends with them separately. It's a group of us, and then it's some separate ones, and maybe it's about a core like 10 to 13 women that I just. Those are my girls. I could call at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I know they're not gonna be like, "Oh, that's Shay." They're going to answer that phone. They're going to, if they don't catch me at 3 a.m., they're going to be calling me, waking me up at 6 or 7. Like, you called, what's up? Like those kind of friends. But I don't necessarily talk to them all the time. You know, it's been a couple of things on YouTube I needed people to do, wanted people to do for me, to do stuff on my channel or give me information about my channel, or a lawyer to give me some advice. And I hadn't talked to them in I don't know when. And it was like we picked up where we left off. Those are my friends. Like I don't really talk to my friends all the time. And it's seasons. Like Mel was saying, a reason, a season, and something else she said. I forget the other one. A reason, a season, and something else. I forget the other one. But I think you have friendships in it's times where you're closer to some friends than others. So right now, my GLP-1 friends, I'm rocking hard with them. I'm talking to them all the time. Why? Because we're on this GLP-1 journey. Two of my closest friends that are taking the GLP-1, I'm checking in with them, seeing how they're doing. Right now, my other friends that's living their best life. Their weight is where they want to be or under where it's supposed to be. Their weight is good and they're trying to figure out what's going on with menopause. I might talk to them, every other month or so, not every day, or when my daughter has something going on. So friends are just different. And I think when you get older, you learn how to navigate that. And some friends, I've had a friend who got very upset because we didn't talk all the time, because now I'm talking to this other friend and doing stuff with her. And then it shifts to this other friend and I'm doing stuff with her. Now I'm not doing anything with anybody. So they probably are annoyed that I'm on YouTube. So I think you have to understand there's a time and a place for different friendships. But one thing I know for sure is my friends are never jealous of what I'm doing. They're never jealous. How are you doing this? And why are you doing that? And how are you? No, we're all happy for each other. And guess why? They're all secure people. I really don't have insecure girlfriends. I have very secure friends. Most of my friends are doing just as much as I am, if not better. I think the one thing I got going on now, even though I'm like the lowest on the income scale than most of my friends, is I'm retiring. I'm retiring and all those ladies are still working. So yeah. So I think that's the one thing I got going on that, but guess what? I'm going to help them breeze into retirement. I'm going to, now it's my turn to like help them, along and, let them know how I'm investing my money and what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. So I think that, I said all that to say, like, to me, that's what friends are. Friends want to see you do just as good or better than what they're doing. And you got to be okay with that. And, and that's why I have so many girlfriends. My daughter always says, "Why do you have so many friends?" And I tell her, "Because I'm nice. I'm not a mean girl." And don't get me wrong, growing up, I think I was on the mean girl side. I do. I hung with some girls that, and they might be watching this, but they did not play. My friend, she had sisters, and her sisters were no joke. And I mean, they were about their business. It was like, don't say a word, don't say a word to Shay, don't say a word to us, because we're not playing. I was in there. I was up in there because I was one of those girls that I think people, not bully because of your looks, but just wasn't so nice. Like, I think the misconception is if you're a nice looking lady, a nice looking girl, you got it easy breezy. And some of them might have it, but some of them, some of these girls let you have it. And they're not going for that. So I feel like now, I say to myself, some of these girls, that have never been thin or never had attention, and now that you're 40, 50, 60, thinning down and getting attention, how are you handling that? Like, I would wonder, how are you handling that? How does that feel? And I think that's a lot to deal with too, because, maybe you didn't have that attention before, and now to get that attention, it could be a lot. That could be a lot. And so girls are jealous of that too. Now, most of my friends are married or in relationships. I think that most of them, I'm trying to think if anybody is single like me. Maybe a couple of them are single like me. So, we're going to hang out together. But the dating coach said, don't hang out with single friends. So, Mel and I talk about hanging out and going out because we're both single. So we got a strategy though, Mel. We got a strategy so that we're not like, I'm not taking her action and she's not taking mine. We're gonna have a strategy going so that, if anything, we're like, what do you call those people that support the quarterback? I'm going to be the quarterback. She's going to be handing me the ball. She's going to be the quarterback. I'm going to hand her the ball. So, yeah. So, you got to have things like that going on. But I do get why you probably shouldn't be, especially a cute friend. Girl, don't come with me. Swing back. I'll call you when I get back. So, all that kind of stuff has to kind of get worked out. But I think the point of this story was friends should not be jealous of you. They should not. They should want to see you do well. So if you got a friend and you suspect any kind of jealousy, I mean, it's not going to work out. I can tell you that now. No time for naysayers. This is about my physical and mental health. Have to question whether they're truly friends. Absolutely. Was your friend always judgy about your life decisions, or was this the only thing she was concerned with? Yeah, this was the only thing she was concerned with. Yep. That's a great question. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm trying to think, it's been nothing else. Like I said, we have a 30-year plus friendship. So yeah, I think I've gained friends since this journey. It's the first time in my life that I've had true girlfriends. Most of my friends since grade school have always been guys. Okay. And are you getting along with these girlfriends? So do you feel like tension at all sometimes? Is there jealousy? Is it just easy breezy? Is it easy breezy because are these YouTube people you met? Oh yeah, you said since this journey. Is this YouTube people you met? Because I'm going to tell you, I think, I don't know if I should say this or not. I think when you are friends with somebody, because I've been in a long distance relationship, and this is what these friendships kind of can be for some of us, right? Because we're not in the same state or city even. And I think when you have a friendship that's developing online, and I get some people have met up and saw each other, but when you have a friendship developing online, and this is from somebody who dated has dated out of state, and has have friends all over, from college and, my travels. I know this to be true for me. And I don't know about you, but I think that you really don't know somebody, just like you don't really know somebody until you live with them. I think having a friend out of this, out of state, even though you can't see the little snarky things and mood swings that people have and all that, you see all that, I just think it's a little different. Now, I could be wrong, but I think it might possibly be just a little tad different. So, hopefully these friends, maybe you're meeting up on camera, you're getting together. If it's a work friendship, that's still different than a friendship that does not involve work. I'm going to tell you that. That's another fact. And I'm going to say, my friendships that are, oh, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that. I'm going to, if the thought comes back in my head, I will say it. But I see, people, make friends and you're online and this and that. And I think that's great. Don't get me wrong, because I got some great online friendships too. But I just think like once you meet up and really get to know somebody, I really feel like this. You're not just like you don't know a partner, whether it be a male, female, whatever. You don't really know a person until you have a disagreement, right? So if you have friends and you've never disagreed with, and I do have one, we've been friends for 40 plus years. I take that back because we have disagreed. We never have had a falling out, like never have been mad at her, never have said to her, like, I need a break from you, or never had not talked to her. We're just on paper, we are opposite. Total opposite. Her life and my life are totally different, but she is one of my nearest and dearest. I say she's like a sister. Like she's family. Like family and her are in the same sentence, because we're just family at this point. And she knows she could call me for anything. I know I could call her for anything, and we just love each other like we're sisters. So I have that going on, and I don't ever have to worry about her being judgy or talking about my other friends or getting jealous. Like it's just been a wonderful experience with her. And I can't say that about every single friend I've ever had. I really can't. We've had some things, right? Where it's just some things we didn't agree. But I would say how you disagree with somebody, that shows what kind of person you are and what kind of friendship you have. It really does. So how you disagree, because when we're agreeing on everything, everything's great. I want to know, how is it when you disagree with that person? That's what that is going to show me, like, if this is like something we can, really hash out and work out and be friends. And some of you girls out there, I know you're mean girls and just not admitting it. You're mean girls and not admitting it. Okay, let's see. That was a great question, Toy. A friend is someone with whom you shared experiences, good and bad. A friend is someone who you seek advice from, and vice versa. Mostly they have your back when it literally matters. They are loyal. Okay, very good. And what does loyalty look like to you guys? It's definitely not somebody who's just gonna like flip you off because you're losing weight. I mean, that should be so obvious. Acquaintances, people you recognize, share a polite relationship with. Okay, yes, yeah. Or maybe connect on social media. Okay, I agree with that. I believe that you only have one or two real friends. And like, I say, no, I'm telling you, one of these days, or maybe my inner circle group, because a lot of my friends, they don't really want to be on YouTube. But I would love to have my group of friends come on here and just meet the people. Because they will tell you, this is how I am. Like, I mean, it's just, I'm so textbook. Like, they all know me so well, and they're all different. I'm one of those people, I meet friends wherever I go. So, of course, I got my high school, my elementary school friends, right? Elementary, middle school. I got my college friends. Then I have my sorority sister friends, and my sorority is huge. I don't befriend everybody, and everybody is, even though we're in the sorority, I mean, we are sisters, but even then you have ones that you're closer to. So I have a couple of those that I'm super close with, and then I used to go to the hair salon, right? Who am I talking to? Carla. I used to go to the hair salon every week before I had a daughter. Before I had kids, right? I used to go to the hair salon every week faithfully, right? And it was a group there. And I met two of my dearest friends. They're probably 20. I was just talking to one of them. She works for Fidelity. I was trying to get her to come to my group. And talk about the stocks of it all. So we're talking, and we have been friends for 20 years. I don't really like embrace new people. I'm like Drake, no new friends. In my real life, because you can't trust folks. I mean, geez, Louise. So yeah, so I do have that cluster of friends and they all kind of know each other. When I got on my 50th birthday, 10 of my friends, my 3 closest friends didn't even go. 2 closest friends didn't even go. 3 of my friends who, we almost are 40 years in, they couldn't even go. So I had 9 other women with me, and except for one, all of them are close friends. They really are. Like, if I had a wedding, geez Louise, I don't know what I would do. because they're all so dear to me and mean so much in different ways. But I agree. If you could just get one or two. And let me tell you what I told my inner circle group last week. We were kind of talking about this topic, and Mel was in there. She can vouch for this. I don't know if Mira Mindy's on here. MVP is in here. And I said to these ladies, you know, friends are important because I never thought at this age, I'm 53, that I would have lost my mother. I lost my dad, my niece, and my mom all in a year and a half. I would have never thought that I would lose 3 people outside of my family. Now, when I talk about my dad, I'm talking about my stepdad, who is a bonus. Like, I don't even want to call him my stepdad. He is my dad. I mean, he is just, you know, a guy couldn't have given me a better, you know, second dad. So when I talk about, where would I be without friendships? Where? And I'm not one of those people who, you know, lost these people and thought, no, I got to make friends. And then I have a brother, he lives out of state. You know, we're not the closest, we're not super tight. And so, you know, he does his thing, I kind of do my thing. And so where would I be without friends? You know, where would I be? I have cousins and all of that. And they live, you know, most of my family, extended family, they live out of state. So here, you know, where I am in Ohio, it's kind of just me. And so where would I have been if I didn't have these relationships? And I already had these relationships going. So God knows what he's doing in your life. So when you meet a good person, don't ruin it. So you guys have met a good person in Dee. Guess what? Don't ruin it, because I'll drop you like a hot potato. I'm just joking. I'm not joking about I'll drop you like a hot potato. But I am saying, when you meet a good person, don't ruin it, because people tend to think like, oh, I don't need friends. I got sisters. You know, that used to be a thing. Because remember, one of my close friends, she has 4 sisters, four sisters and a brother. And that she always is the opposite. She always wanted friends, but her sisters would say, I don't need friends. I got sisters. Well, guess what? They don't even always get along. They don't even always talk and hang out. They have issues. So then what are you going to do? So friends are important. Now, you can argue me down. If somebody, you know, wants to come up here and tell me why it's not, you know, it's okay. And then you might have a spouse. I know a lot of women are married. Your kids are going to go off. Your kids, when they get grown, and hopefully you want this for them, when your kids go, they're going to be off living their lives. It's going to be you and your spouse. What if something is, you know, you're and your spouse, for whatever reason, don't make it? What if something happens to your spouse? I know so many women who are starting over because their spouse passed on. So women who think like, oh, my BFF is my spouse. Okay, for right now, I'm just saying, you got to have that person, those people you can call. And some of you, you know, are you a good friend? Because it's so funny. People want friends, but are you a good friend? Are you what makes a friend a good friend? You got to really ask yourself that, because when people say they don't have friends, my first thought is, are you a good friend? Or have you isolated yourself from people? Or is your attitude, you know, do you got a good disposition? Because nobody wants to be around somebody who is negative Nelly. That's a thing. If you're that negative Nelly, I'm sorry, but the truth hurts. If you're a negative Nelly, that's a thing, right? If you think you know everything, you're bigger than the rest of the group. That's a thing. We got those girls too. And guys, I mean, not say guys, I'm speaking for a woman because I'm a woman. If you're one of those people who, you know, I just don't like the know-it-all. And guess what? I used to be one of those people that I knew it all. So I'm talking about these things because I used to be. This is why God is good. People grow and learn. And so I have this one friend who would never want me to evolve. Like, she couldn't believe I was no longer like a mean girl, that I was no longer, amen in everything she said and did. You know, I had my own mind, my own thoughts. And I'm going to tell you what changed for me. This is how my mean girl season ended. I became a teacher and realized I was a role model, and seeing these kids being bullied and just the dynamics of, you know, things that go on. And I saw, you know how you could see yourself in somebody? I saw myself in some of these bully type of kids, and was never a bully. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that, but you know, that mean girl energy type of thing. And, and I just didn't want that for myself. And so, you know, that when I became a teacher, and I got my first teaching job at 20. So it's my mean girl days have been long retired. I have a feeling though, some of you guys are still kind of like doing the mean girl thing, and it should be played out because we're too old for that. We're too old for that. And I'm sure some of people are on there talking about downsizing diva this and shade that and downsizing diva thinks she this and that. And I really don't. I really don't. I just love myself. I think I'm cool. I'm easy breezy. If anything, I care too much about people. And I think that's what kind of does, will do me in. I give I used to. I'm not going to say I give way too many chances. But I'm one of those people that I'm a direct person. You might not think so because I seem so like, I'm a direct person though. If I got an issue with you, I'm coming at you. In a good way. I'm going to say a good way. I'm not going to come at you with an attitude, this, that, and the other. And you know what I found doing that is when you come at people direct, they can't take it. They backtrack, they shuffle, they do the what do you call that shuffle? They do the shuffle. They don't really want to face it. And, and it's like, I want to talk about it. So I'm going to say this to you guys. You guys are my crew. I rock with you guys. If you got an issue with me, don't talk about me on your YouTube channel. Talk to me. Come on my platform and tell me. Don't be talking about me and I'm nowhere around to kind of defend myself. Like, give me a chance to say whatever I need to say. Because I see some messy things going on in this GLP-1 community. People are talking about each other and who's losing weight and who's not, and who's doing this and who's not. And you know what? Don't worry about the downsizing diva. And if you got something to say about my weight loss, come on my channel. Now, I don't really like to drop my link, but I will for that. All right. I'm in my bag, right? Talking. I'm going to send this to that friend. Now, if you guys know me, I will do it. I'm not going to, though. I don't really care that much. Mel to the V. She says, Dee Dee, you are preaching tonight, girl. Dang, I thought I was the spicy one. And it's friendship, Bellflower. I'm here for it though. That is so funny. Yeah, seriously. Hello, thank you. Oh, it's Gamma's world. How are you? Okay, I need to put on my glasses because there's like a glare. I can't really see, but you are a beauty. And of course, I know Mel to the B is a beauty. Okay, so let me give you guys a thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Let me see. Let me scroll down. Mel. Okay, Mel. Thank you. You guys know, if you've been watching my channel, I do not like a mean girl and I do not like a bully. So if you're one of those, never fear. It's never too late to redeem yourself. And I'm telling you, as somebody in my younger days, that it was with the mean girl crew, hanging with the mean girl crew, and I was probably the least problematic out of all of them. But some girls I run with don't play; they do not play. So I'm gonna tell them, if you're being mean to me, I'm gonna have them on my channel. But one of these days, now that I'm retired, maybe I can get some of these ladies to come on, maybe during the day. Maybe they won't feel as threatened during the day. And I shouldn't say threatened. Some of these girls have high profile jobs. That's what it is. They just don't want to be on YouTube. And I get it, because I didn't either. I was, remember I was, what do you call that? What do you call that? When I was audio, I didn't want to be seen. So yeah. So again, let me get off the mean girl Mel. I just had to say that because some of you guys I know it's just, I feel like women can be mean to each other. But women, why can't, let's answer that question. I really want to know this. Why don't women support women? What is up with that? Is it that hard to support women? I feel like anytime you see a woman doing well, somebody has to bring it down, right? Somebody has to go and talk about it. Somebody has to talk about her. Somebody has to bring it down. And with the guys, women aren't like that with men. What is up with that too? Women aren't like that. I see a lot of women supporting these guys' channels. They're the first ones logging onto the guys' channels. On your channel, they're just rolling in when they see a new subscriber come in. Then they want to come on your channel to be seen and heard. But on the guys' channel, they're popping in and nobody's there. So I see that. I see a lot of stuff going on in these YouTube streams. So women got to support women. You just do. We got to support each other. And support looks different. Remember, I say that because, I don't really have time to be at everybody's channel, seeing what everybody's doing. Now, I'm going to be on Easter break. I'm going to be popping my head on in and seeing what people have going on. But yeah, support is let's just normalize that support is looking different. Support is, you guys know I love Miss Toy. I'm not up in Miss Toy's live every week. I'm not, I catch her videos and I circle back and comment. I just used her because she's from Detroit and I love a good Detroit lady. So I used her for an example. But yeah, it's like she's not making me feel like, oh, you're not over there. So not that kind of support. I'm talking about support. If you were having like an event on YouTube or something you were really doing, like I say, if you really want me to come, hit me up. Don't just assume like, oh, Davey got time. I don't. How many people do you know who at 53 have a 9-year-old? I'll wait. I mean, seriously. Now, you guys realize I've started late. So not only do I have a full-time job, and when I retire, not for nothing, my dad, I got another 79-year-old I'm going to be taking care of. So I just have my plate full, and then I have other things going on outside of YouTube. So when I said when I retire, I'm gonna have time. I didn't fill my time up already with things I got that I've already committed myself to. So I just want to know from these ladies. I'm going to scroll down. Why is it so hard for women to support each other? Because I guarantee you, I don't know. Darian is on here. I see. Do you got your friends hating on you because you have lost weight or you're taking a GLP-1? Do you guys have that? And why can't women support each other? Let's see. Who said I'm from Carla? You're in Detroit. Oh my goodness. Well, you know what? I should be coming to Detroit. I have an aunt that's not doing well. And I'm just praying that she lasts through to when school's over. So I don't have to take off work to go and all of that. So yeah, but I'm gonna have to let you know when I come to Detroit. Now I might come for a day and be in and out. I might be in and out that day. I don't know. But hopefully not, because, what's that, like a 3.5-hour drive from here? Let's see. Miss Brenda says, I'm proud to say it doesn't matter if you're a man or woman. I am mean to... You said you're mean to everybody. Jeez, Louise. You said, I don't know why. I love to support our women. Yes. And we all should. You said, thank you. I've been subbed. I watch all your videos, but this is the first. I'm glad you caught the live. Yes. And I done got off on a tangent. You'll learn that about me. Thank you for the super chat. I do appreciate that. Okay, you said, my best friend is a praying woman. I never knew the power of praying women until I met her. I came into my life shortly before my mom passed. She helped me make it through that time. Excellent. Tell her that I said I love her. I mean, how cool is that? I love that. And that's what friends are for. But in good times and bad times, though, not just bad times, but in good times too. But I just think, I just would love to know, like, what is this up with the women supporting women? Darian said, oh, I ain't supporting none of you. You're the most supportive. I mean, Darian, I see you everywhere. You're supporting everybody. I appreciate that because I just think, it's kind of hard to do that in your time. What I say is, I come to these lives and I've heard of people, saying like, oh, she does all these fancy things at her live. Because I respect people's time. I really do. I feel like if you show up, for me, I'm going to be prepared with something. Now, there's times I could come on here and just take questions. I don't think I really have done that the whole time. I've always had like something planned or prepared to do. And nobody has to do that. That's me because I'm a teacher. It's not like that's something everybody. I think that's one of the things that gets us as women, as content creators, as anybody, is that we see somebody doing that and we can't just be okay with it. We got to be one of those people that, say, well, she thinks that this is the way to do it. I'm not doing it that way. So I must not be, she must think she's all that or whatever. Don't you think everybody has their lane? So think about what you're doing in your friendship circle. All your friends should have their own lane. And I think that that's great. You got your own lane and that's what you do. Tamika, what are you saying, please, to Darian? I didn't scroll all the way down. I love supporting other women, but I do feel some women have some I feel some women have to feel superior to other women. So their support only goes so far. Not in my circle, but I see it happen. Yes, I think that too. I think that too. And why is that though? I think that's the jealousy thing. I was saying this in my inner circle group. I think women are jealous of each other. I just think that that's like a it's like a human nature. You know, have you ever heard of women and their daughters even have a hard time getting along? The daughters have frictions with their mothers. You know, it's just a thing. And I think that it's okay. I think we got to like overcome it, though. I think we have to overcome it. I think we have to support each other and be happy for each other. And that's hard to do when you're jealous. I say, if you got a jealous friend, I don't know how you're going to survive with that friend because that friend is always going to be either resentful of you or some kind of way they're going to try to undermine what you got going on. And the best way to not, I think, have that happen is to have friends that have things going on, right? We have things going on. You know, I can't be jealous of you because you got 8,000 subscribers and I have 4. I'm just using YouTube because we're on YouTube. But I can't be jealous of that. If I'm jealous that you got 8,000 and I only have 4, am I really supporting you as a friend? I mean, I got to help you celebrate that 8 and step my game up, so I can get to where you're at. But to be jealous of you and secretly hating, I just don't, that's not good. And I just wonder, why are we like that? We got to change it. We got to change it. And I think who you surround yourself with also is good. But is that way. But I think sometimes we assume things about people based on how they look. I really do. I think we assume things about people, and I don't do that now. And I talk to a couple of ladies, through YouTube, and they will tell you I am direct. I mean, if I feel something, I'm going to tell you. Is this person a YouTube person that I've been wanting to say something to, and my inner circle friends keep telling me not to. And I want to address this person, but they keep telling me not to, and in a nice way. It's nothing like a confrontational because I'm not that. But in order for me to move on with people, I gotta like say what I want to say. And nothing is about a video. I mean, about these videos we're making, it's none of that. Because I mean, people could disagree with me all day. I'm really good friends with Mel. Somebody thought Mel was Mel and I work together. This lady asked me, she's like, what is your name? She said, I thought your name was Mel. She said, but then I realized she worked with you. I said, no, my name is Shay. But I will, so, Mel can tell you, out of all the people, Mel is in this chat. Mel can tell you, I don't really have an issue with what people do and say in their videos or how they do it. I just love to see creativity and people doing things. But I do have an issue when people are in my chat doing certain things, and that I have a problem with. But that has nothing to do with like anybody's videos. It's the things that can go on in these chats and out in these YouTube streets. And I don't, I stay on my channel. I want to stay on my channel. I don't want to be on your channel. I'm going to stay on my channel. I mind my business over here, and you should mind your business where you are. And we can get along just fine. So that kind of thing, I don't like that. I don't like the drama. I don't like the messiness. I just don't like it. And, and I said, not for nothing, one of these days when I'm not, employed to somebody, I'm going to call it out. I just haven't done it yet. And I'm saying this because this is a friendship discussion, right? And in order to maintain friendships, you got to let people know how you feel. I'm not like a subliminal kind of person. That's just not me. If you're going to be in my circle, you're going to know how I feel, and we can either be friends or we can keep it moving. And most of the people, if I even have to get to that point, we're going to keep it moving. And that's how I operate. Now, Mel can vouch for me. That is the truth. Taisha could if she was in here. Bellflower can because she's in here too. My 2 moderators. They know, I'm so nice and all of that and sweet. Yes, but I am no nonsense. And I don't like the mess. And it's nothing you can say in your video, or it's nothing you can say like, about me that really is going to upset me. But it's actions, like what you do. If you do something that I think is like being a sneaky link, I don't like that because I don't do that. And that's why, I got my tight circle of friends, and I'm like Drake, no new friends except for you guys, my subscribers. So I could get off on this friendship tangent all day long, but I'm not gonna go there. Okay, so where? Listen, I love the fact that you're all doing different things. I'm not into weekly weigh-ins personally, yeah, because there's so much more to this. Yes, yeah. You said it bores the crap out of me. Well, I think that is so cool that you're saying that out loud because sometimes people need to know that. And, I'm going to say too, being a content creator on this channel and, we're talking about the friendships and I feel like a lot of people, I feel like I'm coming from a different place because now I don't know what people have going on in their personal lives, but I'm somebody who came with a nice job already. So, YouTube is a bonus for me. You guys know I'm retiring, and I'm comfortably retiring at the end of this, school year. And so I got that, I have friends, lots of friends. I have supportive friends and family. I have that. So I'm not somebody who came here and didn't really have friends and wasn't connected. You guys know I'm in a sorority, Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. Even though I wear a lot of pink, that's a homage to my mom, because my mom was pretty in pink and loved pink. So I wear pink, but Deltas look good in anything. So there's that. So maybe that AKA subscriber is going to be annoyed and take a hike if you are. No, two of my cousins are AKA. So I love all things. I mean, I just love people. I always say that I do. I just love people. My cousin, I was talking to her this morning or yesterday morning. She's an AKA. We were joking about which way my daughter was going to go. Don't try to, just because she's light skinned and cute, honey, don't try to get her on the AKA side. So, we got that banter, that fun banter going on. So I have things going on, but I can see, some people I feel like didn't really have things going on and have made connections in this community. And I think that's great. But some of us who have connections outside of the community are busy because we got friends outside of YouTube. And we got things going on outside of YouTube. And, I love the friendships that people have built here. I feel like this, live when I was live, I might be live every day once I retire. I don't know. I might go the opposite and I might not be live at all. Who knows? I don't really know what I'll do. But I just know if you're going to be up in my chat, you got to keep it classy. We got to keep it classy. And we also got to, don't come in my chat talking and then going outside of my chat talking about me. That's not going to be good. Because that is not cool. And who does that? Who does that? And you know what? Not for nothing. If I was in, Taisha, you guys know Taisha. She's my girl, right? If I'm in Taisha's chat, if I'm somewhere and somebody's talking about Taisha, Miles Size and Diva is logging out. First of all, I'm gonna say, no, that's my girl. She's ABCD. She's all that in a bag of chips, and I'm logging out. I'm not staying around to hear you talk about Taisha. So I see you out there. I see who rock with the Downsize and Diva, because when that sort of thing is going on, guess what? You need to hightail it out of that chat. And don't be contributed to talking about Downsize and Diva. So one of these days, I'm going to call it out. I just don't know when I got to be retired, though, like out of my professional job, and not in a bad way. We're going to talk about it in a nice way. This is going to be What About Your Friends Part 2. Okay. All right. So let me get on. Okay. So here's my other question. So I want to know to you guys. So you guys told me some people have lost friends, some people haven't. So do you feel awkward in your social situations now? I just got a hot flash. Hey, might have to come out of this sweater. It matches my I had this sweater on that pic, so that's why I put it back on. But so have you guys felt awkward in your social situations? Anybody, somebody? Mia, thanks for sharing that. I think that's good. Mia said, I don't want to hear about y'all weigh in every day. Well, those videos, though, Mia, I will say, maybe not from you, but a lot of people love those videos. Like, I see those videos getting a lot of views when people, and I think people are invested. That's why I said I'm going to come back once a month, because I used to be on here live every week, giving my weigh in for the people, the new people. And I used to come on here every month, every week and do that. And then I scaled it back because I was doing other things. But I will say, I said, I'm going to come on here once a month because people want to see it. And, most of my videos that I put out where I'm giving my update, in a couple days, those videos have 1,000 views. Like a lot of people want to see that. We got to remember, it's 1 billion people out in YouTube land. So if you're not watching my videos, I'm okay with that. Somebody else is. It is what it is, but that's okay. So I think you got to just like what you like. Okay, so you said I just stopped my weekly weigh-ins. I was about to drive myself crazy, so I've started twice a month. That's great. I still have been weighing in every week. I just haven't been reporting it. And really, 2 of the weeks is nothing to report because nothing has been happening. Nothing has been happening. But I'm going to tell you guys a non-scale victory of mine is I got my 1,000 steps in. I mean, my 7K. Actually, I got 8K before 5:30. I was moving my buns today. So I'm going to show you my steps for today. I don't know. I have to take this off because it doesn't. This is when I said I need to charge my smartwatch is when I am on live because I'm just sitting my buns here. But look at my steps. Mel, you will be proud of me. Taisha, did I get a news flash about our forklift pride? Another one? Okay, so what are you guys saying? I didn't went off on a tangent. Geez, Louise, who got me off on that last tangent? I don't know. Talking about sneaky links at the same time she's saying keeping it. Yes, well, that's a thing. That is a sneaky link. Now you're thinking about the sexual kind of sneaky link. I'm not thinking about that one. I'm not talking about that one. I'm talking about people being sneaky up in my chat and then going off in somebody else's chat talking about what hope happens in my chat. We don't do that over here. We don't. If you want to do that, just don't come in my chat. That's all. That's all. That's it. That's all. And that's the thing. You got to remember these videos play back. When you're doing stuff on somebody's live, that's why anything I'm doing, I'm so proud of because I can show my 9-year-old. Now some of those Friday things we were talking about, I don't know if I would show her that, but whatever I'm doing, my 9-year-old daughter can watch and see. And one of the things I want her to see is I'm a lady of integrity. And if I'm rocking with you, I'm not going to be sneaking on somebody else's. I say sneaking, but you probably weren't sneaking. You were probably walking with your heels right on over, going in somebody else's chat and talking about me. Like, I just don't think that's cool. I would never do that. First of all, I'm focused on me and my journey. And I don't care what anybody else got going on. I'm focused on what I'm doing. And this all goes back to the friendships, because if we're all supposed to be unified and friends, and even in this YouTube GLP-1 community, and all you guys in the chat, most of you I would think are in the GLP-1 community, that's something that we shouldn't be doing. I shouldn't go in somebody's live and hear you talking about another content creator, even if it's not me. Talk about yourself. Talk about yourself and your journey and what you're doing. And that's one of the fastest ways to get me off your channel. It doesn't even have to be that you're talking about me. It could be somebody else. I just don't like that. Now, that's okay for you, but that's not something that I want to do. And that is classy. That's a class act. And I would love for you to show me a class act that that is more of a class act than what I'm doing over here. Because I'm uplifting people. I'm being positive. I'm not talking about people on people's journey. And I am saying to give people grace that aren't necessarily dropping these pounds like some of us are. I think that's okay too. This is what some of these friends are doing, being judgmental about your weight because you're slimming down. Just think, what if you weren't slimming down? What if you were going in the other direction? How is that going to look? I just think you got to be, when I say give yourself grace, I'm thinking of more about what, God said and how he meant it. And not that he used those words, give yourself grace, but he talked about forgiving yourself. So many people have beat themselves up with what they ate, and if they ate too much and they didn't eat enough and all of that. And I'm seeing people want to be so judgmental about what other folks are doing. I don't like that. Now that's what I say. To me, it's not classy. I think let people do what they do. So I'm just going to come out with some videos supporting these slow losers. Why? Because I'm a slow loser. So I can really only talk about what I'm doing. But I don't need somebody beat me up about it, because I had enough of that in all my years growing up. I don't need to be on a GLP-1 and have people doing that. I just don't. So if that's something you do, then I'm not cool with that. And that, to me, that's, again, you want to keep me off your channel. That's like kryptonite. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be off your channel because I don't want to see that. I want to see people uplifting each other. I want to see people not being sneaky and being in my chat and acting like everything is great over here. And then you go to another chat, or it doesn't have to be me. It could be anybody. Go into somebody else's chat and saying things about other people. Like, it's like, is that friendship? That's not even acquaintance level. That's just sneaky in the best possible way. So we don't want to do that. Again, I think a lot of stuff goes back to women in particular being, jealous of each other, or, maybe the lack of creativity with having ideas and things to talk about. That could be a thing too. You won't never catch me. You won't ever catch me with nothing to talk about, because I can talk, as you can see. And I'm talking about me and my situation. That impresses me. Talk about you and what you got going on. Because I could come on here and talk about everybody in the GLP-1 community as content, but I don't need to do that because I got enough going on with myself. So yeah, it's just, and I guess like once you get to a certain point where you don't have stuff to talk about, maybe you do that. Maybe that's what your friends are doing. Some of these friends, they don't have anything to talk to you about now because now you've lost weight. Maybe you're not, woe is me. Maybe you're not complaining. Now you could hop out of that car. Now you could do sit-ups, push-ups. You're going to the gym. You lose things in common with people, and, common folks like to be together. And so, that's the thing too. So I just think like, these friendships, it's just hard. It really is hard. And I say, if you've lost friends with this GLP-1, get a new friend. Get a new friend. Get friends that are going to support you and do right by you. And like I said, that one friend that I have, y'all just kind of let it go. I just gave it to God in prayer, and and that's what I do. And I'm good. I haven't lost a bit of sleep, and I'm not concerned. And it's okay. And I will say though, I was disappointed. I really was disappointed because I just wasn't expecting that. I think it just kind of caught me off guard. Mia says, well, I know a lot of people want to see how you are doing, but I did mean I like we offended anyone that does. I lost 160 pounds, so I'm watching other things. Yeah, if you're cooking or yeah, and you know what, Mia, I think that's okay though. That's the free. So this is a free platform. I think watch whatever you want to watch, and that's okay. And I don't think you have to be apologizing to people or feeling like you got to apologize to people if you're not watching, right? Because we watch what interests us, and that's why I was telling some of my friends in maintenance. Of course, Taisha's in maintenance. I watch her because her and I are, cool like that. 2.0 mommies in maintenance. Whenever she pops up, I watch her. But I'm texting with these ladies too in the background. So, of course. But some of the people in maintenance, I'm not necessarily watching because guess what? I'm not in maintenance. I'm a long way from maintenance. In my mind anyway, but so I'm not in maintenance, so I'm not watching those videos. Does that mean I don't love the girls? No, I do. I think everybody, love them, but I'm just not watching. If I gotta, if I'm watching stuff and I'm trying to learn, then those are the videos I'm watching. And I think we gotta be okay with that. We gotta be okay with that. And if you don't watch a video or check out a post or whatever, I got to be okay with that, especially if you're another content creator, because I'm not on here for the content creators. You got your own channel. You're doing your own thing. I'm really on here for the subscribers of it all. And that's the truth. And you should be too. On your channel, you should be focused on your subscribers. Those are the people that we're on here, trying to uplift and support and get motivation from and motivate us. And if you can do that with the content creators, I see that as a bonus. I don't see that as like a package deal. Like, they come with the package. I just don't. And I might be different, but I've always been different and doing my own thing. And I'm okay with that too. So you said not the DD after dark. Yes. Isn't that a thing though? That sneaky link? Isn't that like isn't that like people cheating? I think that's cheating. I don't know. But is that a bad word? I didn't know that was a bad word. Is it bad? Didi, if I hear others talking about you in the chat, it's always positive. Okay, very good. Thank you. I don't know about that, Paula. I've heard some things going down, but that's okay. Not things going down, but somebody's just trying to get somebody to be talking negative about something I was saying or doing. And I'm just saying, if I'm in the chat and I rock with this content creator, I'm logging out. I don't want to hear it. Talk about your own journey, and that's okay. You can do that over on your channel. But to me, that's what support and loyalty looks like. I'm not going to be up in the chat. Now, you might be loyal to that person who's doing the talking. Okay, stay over there. That's what I'm just saying. You stay over there on their channel. That's all. That's all I'm saying. That's it. That's all. You stay on their channel because I'm staying on my channel and minding my business. And I don't blame people for talking to, for having me on their channel. I'm cute and all, but dag, invite me on if you're gonna put me on your channel and let me tell you no until I say yes or something. But I don't want to be on anybody's channel. I would like to be on my own channel doing my own thing, as you guys can see. Oh, Paula, you are sweet. Okay, so let me ask you guys something. She says, I agree. Sometimes people's interests change based on what they can relate to. Yeah, and that's okay. And it might be one of these days where you guys say, I don't rock with downsizing diva. She's losing weight too fast. Or I don't rock with downsizing diva. She done got too slim and cute. I'm okay with that. Either way you go, it's like, guess what? God is still going to wake me up and bless me, and I'm going to be here whenever you come back. I've had people who were on my channel faithfully when I was on here 3 times a week, every day, every other day. I was on every other day. They were on my channel. Then they disappeared. I don't see or hear from them, and they come back. And guess what? I say, welcome back. Like, welcome back, Carter. I say, welcome back. I mean, I'm just okay with that. People are going to change. You know what's not going to change? Me and my positive attitude and how I'm doing my channel and how I'm minding my business. Now, I already got those people out there that are supposed to let me know when I'm changing. When I'm changing and I'm not being positive, which they might say something tonight, but that's okay. We're talking about friends. I think sometimes everything can't be like cute and wrapped up in a bow, right? Some things just have to be said. And it's just, I feel like it's how you say it. And you got to say it with love and good intention. And that's kind of what I do. And I don't like people not being like straight up with me. Like Paula Abdul said, straight up, not tell me. So you can tell me anything. You guys can email me and say whatever you need to say. If I say something in this chat to tick you off, let me know in the chat. What good is it to go tell somebody else what you don't like? Tell me, because guess what? Guess who can do something about what I'm doing? Me. Nobody else can tell me what to do and how to do it. I'm the only one that can tell me. And if people disagree with me, I love to know. If somebody disagrees with me, I love it. Tell me, because that's how you learn. Being with like-minded people, I think is great. But I also think you learn more when you're with people who can get you to think outside that box. And if you rock with me, and that is true. I don't always have to be right, but I'll say I'll tell somebody in a heartbeat they were right, I was wrong, and thanks. I learned something new, and maybe that's the teacher in me. But I just think that that's a good thing. But I say to myself, in this GLP-1 community, if we want to have friendships with not just the content creators, but with our subscribers too, we kind of got to be honest. It was months ago, somebody told me, a subscriber, that people in the chat made her feel uncomfortable with the comment she made about only losing a certain amount of weight. That bothered me. Because I just thought, like, why are we making anybody feel bad about their journey? Whether you lost 10 pounds, 20 pounds, 50 pounds, whatever you lost, that's yours. That is your loss. And when is the last time somebody lost that much weight? When is the last time somebody lost that much weight? I think, you gotta just make people feel welcome in your chat and in your space. And is that going to make people feel welcome if somebody say, oh, I've only lost, you said, I bet I am going to be working on one. But if you have people who say, if somebody comes in this chat and say, oh, I've only lost 5 pounds, my one friend that's on the GLP-1, she's only lost, and see, you got me. I'm downsizing diva, but she says, I only lost 5 pounds, because I was like, check in on her. How much have you lost? And I want to say she's been on it for about 8 weeks, Now, some of you out there that want to hold everybody accountable for what they're doing and how they're doing it, you might say if she was on here or she was a content creator, she probably would be in tears every night because you guys would be saying, well, this is the GLP-1. You're making the GLP-1 community look bad. No, we're not. No, we're not. Let people do what they do. You know what? One thing I know as a teacher, I'm going to tell you, how do you motivate people? Not by hitting them over the head and telling them what they're doing wrong. So those people that are doing that, that must be for content, because research, now you can research this. This is not a downsizing diva thing. In order to motivate anybody, it's not to tell them what they're doing wrong. It's not to remind them that they ate too many cookies. It's not to remind them that they're eating fried foods. It is to encourage them and be a role model and be an example. That's how you move the needle. That's how you get people to do well. You know, sports is a whole nother thing, right? They yell in your face and tell you what you're doing wrong and tell you how bad you are. You drop that ball. And I, call myself a coach at work because I want the kids to be motivated. They can make the sports connections, but it's with that loving support. It's like you drop the ball. Okay, what can we do better next time? How can we do it better next time? What are you going to eat different next time? You guys see me on here when I have come on here in my weeks and talk about what I'm doing. I'm not on here making excuses. I'm not an excuse maker, but I will say I did A, B, and C. This is what I need to do to fix A, B, and C. That's what I do. That's my thing. Now, if you don't want to see that, I'm sure you can find those channels where people are making excuses about what they're eating and why they're gaining weight. I'm just not going to do that over here because I don't really believe in doing that. However, I do believe in if I had a death in my family, and I have things going on that you guys don't know with my family that I have not shared yet. And if I got things going on and I have a piece of fried chicken or I have a slice of pizza, guess what? It's none of your business to get on here and make me feel bad about it. I'm going to give myself grace. That's what happened to me in, remember, the month of December. And it was people on here that were, saying, oh, we don't want to hear that. Give yourself grace. That's making excuses. Maybe for some people, I don't know. I'm not watching a bunch of people, so I don't know. But yeah, if you're one of those people that are making people feel bad about losing slow, we're not speaking the same language because I'm not going to do that. I just don't believe in doing that. Probably because I'm losing slow. Now, if I was losing fast, now let's say my weight sped up, right? And I start losing fast and dropping these pounds. And I get on here sounding all preachy and telling people, I'm holding you accountable. You're not losing. You eating this and you doing that. Now, that would be a change because that's not me, right? So if I change, let me know I've changed. Remind me, humble me. Let me eat some humble pie and say, downsizing D. But now that you're losing weight, you want to talk about people that are losing weight. And I'm going to tell you, I'm on here researching stuff, trying to give people knowledge, sharing knowledge, learning myself. I'm learning as I go. Bye, name twin. I didn't even get to greet you. I'm learning as I go. So I'm on here dropping, gems is what I call it. And I'm learning too. But so I'm never going to tell somebody. Now I might make a video about maintenance, like, what I researched though. It's not going to be my experience because I'm not in maintenance, but I'm definitely not going to be on here preaching to somebody how to be in maintenance. And I have not gotten to my goal weight, even though I lost 80 pounds, right? I could say to somebody, A, B, C, and D, but I just feel like I haven't really met my goal. So I'm only going to say, but so much, right? Because I haven't really met my personal goal myself. So anyway, let me stop talking about what I'm talking about. Let's play a game because I feel like this conversation just went off the rails. It's the friends of it all. It's the mean girls of it all. It's the friendships of it all. It's the hating on other people thing that we're talking about. And it's just everywhere. So let me ask you. I'm going to give you. We're going to play a quick game. We're going to change change the situation. So I'm going to ask you. I'm going to give you a statement, and I want you to tell me if you think it's a person being real or if it's somebody being shady. How about that? Real or shady? Okay, so let me see. Ooh, maybe we should do this one first. Let's do this one first. This matches my energy right now. Keep or let go. Okay, so let me ask you, if somebody says you've changed, but don't explain how you've changed, right? They just say, hey, you've changed. Because remember, I'm asking people to tell me if I change. And if people say you change, but they don't explain how, are you going to keep that friendship? Would you keep the friendship or let it go? Which one would you do? Would you keep or let go? Let's see. What are you guys saying in the chat? Um, Tamika, were you saying anything in this chat? I'm gonna go find your comments. Tangi, how are you? I scrolled down so much, Tamika. I missed all these people's comments. Cindy, how are you? How are you? Okay, all right, all right. Hopefully the people, hopefully some people got my message and got up out of here. Miss Nikki, how are you? How are you? Mindy, Mayor Mindy's in the house. How are you? Oh, Mia. Yeah, look where is Mia at again? Let me give her some confetti. I was so caught up in my Tracy, how are you? How are you? I was so caught up in what I was saying that I didn't give Mia her confetti. Where is Mia? Oh, you said you're cold when you're wrapped up in your electric blanket and watching. It's almost 10 o'clock. We got to play this game. Okay, Mia, let me give you your confetti. I love that, Mia. Okay, because 160 pounds. I mean, geez, Louise. That is my goal right there, Mia. All right, very good. Go, Mia. Go, Mia. Go, Mia. Go, Mia. Go, 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 go. Okay, all right. So Mia says, now I put this up and she was making a comment. She says, touch on your subject. We have lots of situations in these streets that I've seen where people get hurt feelings, but instead of talking, taking it to them, they talk about it in a vague way. Oh, do tell me what is going on. Okay. Mia says it's best to have the friend on the phone or address them one-on-one. So you're saying people are doing this on their channels? Or they're talking about stuff on their channels instead of addressing the person? Oh, geez, I'm missing some good stuff. Did you guys used to watch the Wendy Williams show? Wendy Williams, are you watching the Downsizing Diva? Because I'm going to tell you, my mom and I, we used to love some Wendy Williams. And I used to be so ashamed of myself. I love that show. So you guys heard it here first. I love the Wendy Williams show. But I am going to say, I used to say, that lady is going to have the worst luck ever because she's on there gossiping about folks, talking about folks. And this is how God works. Everything she talked about, a lot of relationship talk. Remember, she used to do, and I'm sorry, Wendy, if you're watching, but it is what it is. Wendy would talk about these relationships with people and what the celebrities and whose relationship was going bad and whose wasn't. And then here her husband had a whole nother family down the street. I mean, come on. Now, geez, Louise, talk about the classiness, Nancy, of it all. And so, but who would have ever thought? So that's the thing, right? And then who would have ever thought that Wendy Williams would be not in control of her whole life? Like she doesn't even have control of her life. And I'm not even going to get into the Wendy Williams of it all, but I am going to say for the negative Nellies out there, this is what happens when you're negative. This is what happens when you're gossipy. This is what happens when you're minding other people's business and not your own, right? You're minding other folks' business and look what happened to her. So I'm just saying, let that be a telltale sign. Don't be a baby Wendy out here because I'm seeing some baby Wendy's. I'm going to tell you, I'm seeing it. Don't be a baby Wendy because I'm telling you, gossip is great. We all love it. Like I told you, I love to watch it. I say some things here and there. I make my comments too. I got to watch myself because I don't want to be a baby Wendy. So that's why I say I think being positive is just the best thing. Is anybody perfect? Absolutely not. But to be talking about folks and all of that and doing that on, that's what I call me a throwing shade under the radar. I just don't think that that's, what we should be doing. I really don't. Tracy says, so Tracy is new on the scene. She says, thank you for doing what you do. That it draws the right people to, yes. And, somebody told me that. Somebody told me, thank you for saying that because she's a newer subscriber and she told me that. She said, when you, are positive, you're going to draw the right crowd to your channel. And I think I have. I think my chat is popping with some great people, just some smart people. I say I get the smartest subscribers in all of GLP-1 land. And you guys are everywhere. So you're smart everywhere you go. I know it's not just here, but I just love that. So I appreciate you saying that from a newbie's perspective, coming in. All right. So are you guys saying, are you keeping it? Oh, Tamika. Yes, and Tamika, not for nothing. Tamika also knows I'm very direct, but in a loving way, right, Tamika? I can be direct, but I'm very loving. And I just like to be upfront with people. I like people to know where they stand with me. And so I love that for myself. I hope I could keep that going. If it is someone that I really consider a friend, a real friend, then I need to know what is your definition of me changing. So it all depends. Simply Cindy, you are looking simply fabulous. Look at you. I just love that hat. You know, I can't wait to start wearing my hats, my summer hats. I just love it. You look super cute. Okay, so you're saying you depends. You have to know more. I change every day. I need more context. Okay, so let me say. Okay, so what about this, you guys? What if they say you changed since you lost weight, and they say you changed, you don't act like you used to. You think you're all that type of thing, you know? Because I think when people say you changed, they have the feeling that you think they're all that. But you know what? It's like that you think you're all that. But I'm wondering, do you think I'm all that? When people say that or think that, it's like, do I think I'm all that, or do you think I'm all that? I have a feeling they think you're all that, right? Because are we really walking around? Now, some of you might be that just are out here saying, I'm the best, I'm the coldest. I'm really not. I don't talk to myself like that. Do I think I'm cute? Sometimes. But am I walking around telling myself I'm cute and fabulous all the time? I absolutely am not. Now I take that back. I am telling myself I'm fabulous. I will say that, because I just think you gotta own that. But if I'm walking around like I'm just the best thing since sliced bread, and like no, I'm the best girl, out here. No, I'm not doing that at all. But I think it's having confidence. I think it's really a good thing. I really do. So yeah, there's that. Okay, so what are you guys saying? Ask questions. Okay, to ask some questions like, well, how have you changed and all that. Goes back to my prior comment. A true friend should be able to tell you why they feel that way. If they can't, they're not a true friend. So have you cheers, Tamika. So have you guys though, Pamela, have you ever had a friend who something bothered you about the friend, but you just didn't say anything to keep the friendship intact? Like, have you guys done that? Oh, hello. Look at you, looking fabulous with those glasses. Hello, dear. I'm stopping by. Been here before and learning a thing or two. You look great. Thank you. I appreciate you stopping in. Okay, very cute. Love the glasses, the shades of it all. It says my two sons have come in the room and never do this. Y'all have a great night. They came into the room and they never come and talk to you. Oh, Paula, thank you for stopping in. I love that for her. Jeez Louise, isn't that cute when your kids come? Okay, so you said, unfortunately, this was about 5 years ago. I need to update my picture, but thank you so much. That's okay. We love it. We love it. I'm sure you're still fashionable and cute. I believe you are on point. I really do. That's coming from a coming from a hater, huh? Let's see. If they say it in a negative tone, I'll say, yes, I have changed. I have more confidence and I feel better about myself. I know I lost weight, but I didn't realize that I would lose a friend too. Oh, that breaks my heart. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah. And it's just sad. I think it's sad. So do you think that when you lose a friend, do you think it's worry or do you think it's jealousy? So let me know in the chat. Tell me, you think it's the friend being worried about you or the friends being jealous of you? Which one do you think it is? Like, if it was your gut, what would you say? Jealousy or worry? I'm going to say jealousy. I'm going to put that in writing so whoever watches this can see this. I might send this to that friend. That's so wrong of me. Jeez Louise. Nancy, the classiness has left the building if I send that. Oh my goodness. You said, oh, in that case, my answer, my damn, you're correct. I have changed. Stay tuned next week. For how you have changed. No, you know, I say if you've lost a significant amount of weight, I think you have changed. And you know what? I think that's okay. Now, if you change to the point where you're walking around with your heels on, now you could wear those fabulous heels, wedges, whatever you're wearing, and you're feeling confident, you're feeling good about yourself. I think that's okay. Now, if you're walking around thinking that you're too good, you know, you look too good, what's that song? I look too good. What's that song? It's a song by a rapper. She says, "I'm conceited. I got a reason. I'm conceited. I got a reason." If you're walking around like that, you know that can be a turn off. I'm not even gonna try to sugarcoat that. That can be a turn off. I think you can be confident and demure, shall I say, or intact, like having some tact about it. I think you can be confident and loving yourself and how you're looking and be confident. You know, I'm still a bigger girl, but not for nothing. I could go out with the best of you small girls and feel just as confident and walk around with my big old legs and heels. There's no shame in my game. And I used to do that at 300 pounds. You know, when I got ready to go out, I would just be stepping out, you know. And it's like the guy, I get the fit guys that was attracted to that. And I think it was, they would say, you're sexy, you're confident. Confidence is sexy on a man and a woman, not for nothing, isn't it? Like the whole confidence of it all. Now, there are a lot of times when I was bigger, I was not always as confident, you know, and some days I wasn't, right? But some days you couldn't tell me not with my big old hips and thighs, and I was cool with that. And so was he. So yeah. So I just think it's, you know, it's how you present yourself. So, you know, you can be confident but not cocky, right? Confident but not cocky. And I think, you know, when you're 53, be cocky too. When you're older, you go for it. Because I'm telling you, some of you ladies, I'm looking at some of you ladies in your 40s and 50s and 60s, and you're giving these little 20 and 30-year-old ladies a run for their money. And say we're not. I dare you. I double dare you. Say we're not. Some of you ladies are looking good, if not all of you ladies, but I mean the ones that are showing you, I think you guys look very good. I think you look good. And some of you are aging backwards, and you will give some of these young ones a run for their money, and I think that's okay. All right, what about this one? Oh, they support you, but they make slick, small comments. So there's that. Oh no, that's not. I was gonna say there's that word. No, the word was sneaky. So they support you, but they make small, slick comments. Do you think, are we going to keep or let them go? That was for my twin. Sorry. So are we keeping or letting go? I'm going to tell you. You know what? Now, this friend I told you guys about, we've been friends for so long. I should say let go, but I still have hope in my heart. Should I say that? Mel said block them, let them go. She said got to go. No, my friend is not saying slip. Yeah, 45 and proud. You see, Tamika, you're giving some of these young ones a run for their money, honey. Okay. Ooh, who said their hips expand when they wait a second? My hips expand when I wear heels. I twitch for my Oh, let's give you some confetti for the heels of it all. Okay, all right, okay. All right, I love that. We love it. We love it. Okay, all right, Tamika, I feel like I entertained you tonight. So I love that. Geez, Louise, you know, you guys should have called me and when I was going off on these tangents about the friendships. You knew I was gonna have to do that with the friendships of it all. MVP says, let him go. Tracy, what are you saying? Let him go. Geez, Louise, I'm too nice. Not expand. I know, right? That is funny. Okay, what about this one? I think you guys have pretty much said let him go. What if a friend does this? They pressure you to just eat normally again. Are you gonna keep them or let them go? Or are you gonna be like Ti and let them know? Oh, geez, you guys didn't know I know the cool people out there. You didn't know I knew that Ti song, did you? I might have to. I should have said that. Drop those lyrics earlier. Okay, okay, all right. So, what are you guys doing? Yeah, I'm on 100. I am. What is going on with me? Maybe because this is tomorrow. It's Friday. I'm on spring break. Is that what it is? Jeez, Louise. So on Friday, I'm on spring break, and you know what? I hope maybe you guys click these notification bells because I'm going to be on live and I'm going to be chatting about. But in the morning time, we're going to have some coffee, no donuts. What can we drink? What can we eat with our coffee? That's like a snack, like something that goes cute with coffee. What do the fancy people eat with coffee? I must not be fancy because I would know that. I'm not a coffee person. I really don't like breakfast food. I've kind of learned to like it on this GLP-1. So, what are we going to have with our coffee, ladies? What can we have in the morning? What time can you guys meet me on a live in the morning time? What time is a good time? I know you guys work. Mel says let's fast. Does coffee count though? So can we just drink the coffee? Nothing else? I was trying to make it sound cute. Coffee in, I don't know. I'm gonna think of a name for it. To do something. Tamika says she got to eat in the morning. Carla says protein. Who can join me for a morning live? What time is good for you guys in the morning? I'm going to be talking about everything too, not just GLP-1. It's black coffee, not if it's black. Yeah, and you know, so we can't put that a hero bagel. Okay, yeah, well, I don't know if that's gonna sound cute. I still got my hero bagel, so maybe that's what I'll have. So the coffee, if we put so what if we're fasting? If we put the what's that protein shake in the coffee, is that considered breaking the fast? I think it is. So I won't be fasting then because I'm gonna put that in my coffee. Depends on the day. Before 11. Okay. So put your notifications on. It'll be like I'm thinking 7, 8, 9-ish. Somewhere around that time. Okay, you gotta eat something. So yeah, so put your notifications on, jump on. Some days I'll have just members only stuff too, going on. But the first one is gonna be just everybody. I'm gonna be on there in the morning after I drop my daughter off. Geez, Louise, get that only out of the vocabulary. Yes, 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 yes. I agree. Okay, so did I ask the question? Are we on that? I can watch while working. Okay. Oh, you can see a lot of people can do that when they why not just profi and fruit? Okay, all right. Oh, hi Carla. How are you? Good to see you in here. Okay, so I'm gonna have maybe I'll make that hero bagel. And I got some cream cheese. I'm gonna put some cream cheese. It's like chives cream cheese. I'm gonna put a little bit of that on it. And then I'm gonna make my coffee. And I can't drink coffee black though. I really can, but I would like to make it a profi. Mel is fasting. I don't think I'm gonna be fasting though. So I'll do that. Yeah, I'll let you know what day. So Monday, is Monday considered Easter Monday? Are people off for Easter Monday? Are you guys off Easter Monday? Is that a thing? Right? Because I can't believe Easter is Sunday. The time went by so fast. Okay, you have a protein bagel. I consider that hero a protein bagel. What day? If it's Friday, I can meet her. No, it'll probably be Monday. I think it's going to be Monday. Yeah, Monday. But then I might do it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. One of those days are going to be just like a members only. So if you're not a member, join the membership. One of those mornings. But Mel has always wanted to have like a morning meetup, and I don't know why we haven't done it, Mel. But we are now. You're working on Monday? Okay, all right. Do you probably working all week or no? Carla, are you working all week? I'll be working, but we could watch. I'm not in. Okay, yeah. I know a lot of you ladies work from home, so we'll just chat. We'll just be on there hanging out, chatting about Any and everything. I want to hear about your Easter too. Like what goes on? What did you cook? What did you eat? How did it go? No shame over here if you ate the Easter dinner. Okay, wait. So we didn't get to my. Okay, what about this? Well, let's get to the real or shade questions because I like those too. Okay. I see it's about to be 10:30. I know some of you guys like, I gotta get to bed. Okay, so let's just do a quick round of real or shade. Maybe we can finish this game up on Monday. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be on Monday. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so let me put it up here so you guys can see. Real means they're supportive, genuine, shady, fake, jealous, or off energy. The energy is off. All right, so it's like, so what about this one? Girl, you're getting too skinny now. Do you think that's real or do you think that's shade? Girl, you're getting too skinny now. What do you think? Oh, okay. All right. Look at the shadiness of it all. Jeez, Louise. Okay. All right. Pamela, I just thought about that. I gotta go over there. That's your catching up on your videos is on my list of things to do. And I want to see and hear about the Hawaii of it all. Geez, Louise. Have you guys been over there checking her out? Pamela. Hawaii is, I'm scared to go to Hawaii because the little iguanas marching around. I'm scared of that. I'm so scared. I am super scared, Pamela. You have to tell me. Don't tell me because that's not good. That's gonna make me not want to go even more because I know you saw them. They're just hanging out. Okay. All right. So Carla says yes. Okay. So we got shady. Everybody thinks it's lady. Slim shady. Real shade. Jealous. I like it. I like it a lot. Shady. Oh, you saw. Okay, now me and the mongoose. Okay, I can hang out with the mongoose more so than the iguanas. I don't like the sneaky, creepy crawlers. So the sneakiness of it all, I just don't like it. Jeez, Louise. Ruth, how are you? She says your answer is shady. I love that. They fall out of the tree. I've been to Florida and I haven't seen them fall out, but I've heard that. Oh God, I could not live there. Jeez, Louise. Never saw one. Oh, you didn't see one. Okay, so I'm gonna have to ask Maria, where is she? What resort is she going to? I have a friend that goes every year. No sneaky links. Jeez, Louise. Okay. So what about this one? Oh, now I'm sure some of you, if you haven't heard this, we're gonna hear this one day, someday soon. I liked you better before. You were more fun. What about that? I liked you better before. You were more fun. Ooh, and do you think that's real or is that shady? They liked you better before because you're probably not drinking, doing some of the other things. I can see that. I'm gonna say that's shady. I don't know. I think they're keeping it real with you because they no, real is supportive. So is that really maybe they're being genuine, but it's still shady. It's like kind of like it's kind of like they're putting you down by telling you that you're not the same. Only on a freezing day. Oh, Fort Lauderdale. They have iguanas looking like cats. What? Oh, heck no. I'm scared of my own shadow. I do not want to deal with a creepy crawler. Extremely. You think that's extremely shady, she said. I was there. Oh, okay. Oh, you were just there and you didn't see. Okay, you guys are giving me hope. Thank you. I love that. If they were being genuine, they wouldn't say it like that. Okay. All right. Good point. I have never been fun. Miss Brenda, but you are funny. You definitely are funny. Okay, I agree. What about now? I've noticed that with some people, I'm not gonna lie. I can't say any names though, because I see some of these folks on a regular basis. But how about this one? They only compliment you when after somebody else does. So they only compliment you after others do. Do you think that's real or shady? Do you think they thought of it after they heard somebody else say it? Because that could be a thing too. Am I making excuses for the folks? Let's stay friends. Who sang that song? Let's stay together. Let's stay together. Loving you whether times are good or bad, happy or sad. That was my man, Al Green. Oh, Al Green. Okay. Ooh. Okay. What are you guys saying? So you guys, you guys think that is shady boots. Shade is shade. We need a shade tree for all this shade. You said real. You think that's real shady? What is wrong with me? Now don't go to Costa Rica. They're definitely there. Okay. Oh my gosh. Jeez Louise. Al Green. Yes. Al Green. Don't you just love some Al Green? I think I'm gonna play that soundtrack tomorrow. Okay. All right. Okay, let's see. What about what about when people say this? Just don't lose too much weight. Do you think that's somebody told me that just here recently? Do you guys think that's real or do you think that's shady? Being real or being shady? You guys are no joke. Mel, you think that's real shady when they say just don't lose too much weight? Okay, all right, okay. Okay, so we got 7 minutes left. 7 minutes. We got to get these and then I want to celebrate anything anybody wants to ask, share, celebrate, say anything about the friendships of it all. I got a question about the friends that I didn't ask, and because I got off in these tangents, but I want to ask you guys, do you have friends that you like close friends that don't know you're taking a GLP-1? Do you have close friends that don't even know you're taking a GLP-1? You said it doesn't bother you either way. Good, Cookie. I love that. Oh, you said really shady. Okay, you guys are saying shady, shady. Jeez Louise, real shady. Okay, all right. Uh, Jeez Louise. I think you know what I'm gonna say. You know what? That's something that I'm trying to think. Have I ever said to somebody, I think I might have said that to somebody. Uh My sister said that to me, my shady sister. Yes. And one of my friends, I think, not the one I was telling you about, that we've never had a falling out ever in 40 plus years. Not her. She's lost the 5 pounds, not her. But my other friend that lost that 100 and something pounds, she got a size 2. And I'm telling you, she was like a size 22. She went from a 22 to a 2. And this was probably within a year, maybe not even a year and a half. And yeah, until I thought she looked weak, and I said that to her a couple times. I know she probably was thinking, I'm gonna ask her. Now that we're talking about this, am I the shady person? But I said to her, because she was weak. Now I'm telling you, there's a difference between somebody looking fabulous like we do, and you guys do, that have especially have met your maintenance goal, and you look healthy and ready to go and stuff. But when people start looking too thin, I do think if you have a relationship with that person, it is not hurtful to say something, right? And you got to know which people are sensitive and which are not. Now, this friend, I said to her, she was looking very weak. This is before she got to the 100-pound loss. And I was like, are you okay? She was looking weak to me. And I said something to her. She didn't get offended. Well, then when she got down to the small size she is, I, I don't think I said anything. And now she's been gaining back, but she told me people have been saying things and she thought people were like hating on her. So I didn't want to pile on to that, because she had mentioned that. But I am going to tell her, like, it was one point where you got down so small. And I think it has to be people that have a relationship, like your kids. When you say that to your kids, have you really felt like it was a concern? Sometimes you can't say that to certain friends because you know your friends and you know your friendships. If your friendship is not where you can say that, But if you're just being a hater, of course, keep that to yourself. Or if you're just jealous, keep that to yourself. But if it's a genuine concern, I, for one, will say something to a friend and let them know, like, hey, and again, like I said, my friend was looking kind of weak the last time I saw her when she was like 100. It looks great, but she looked frail and kind of weak and almost like, she needed to put on some pounds. And when she was telling me how people were saying things about her, that's the only reason why I had not. Now, since then, I haven't seen her, but she told me she's been picking up weight. And when she sends me pictures, she looks good. My mom must be real shady because she will call. And that's what I was saying. See, your moms and your dads. My dad is the one who will call me out. So if I was getting fat, you guys wouldn't have to tell me. Don't rush to my video to let me know. He's gonna tell me. He's probably gonna beat everybody to it. You said, oh, you did tell your friends. Okay, so did anybody make you feel like you were cheating or you shouldn't be on it, Tamika? Last two shade. Oh my goodness. Okay. You think the last two were shady. Okay. A lot of people said not anymore. Okay. What about you, Tracy? Does anybody know you're taking the GLP-1? Any of your friends? No, because if you're close, you do know. Okay. All right. You said if you're already close, you know. No, I don't do secrets. Okay. All right. You guys, I love this. No, I have two close friends, both know, and one is now on a GLP-1 because of my journey. I love that. And you know what, Pamela, I'm going to say, you talk about your friends like they are family too. I love that about you. I mean, I remember when we met, Pamela's the only one I've met so far in the GLP-1 community in real time, right? And she just talked about her friend. And I'm going to tell you, I was sitting there thinking like, geez, it must be nice to have you as a friend. You are, just the way you talked about your BFF, your face lit up. So I love that. I was like, that's my kind of people. All right. You shared with two friends and look how cute you are. Look at those eyebrows. Love it. She says, I share with two friends. Anyone else? No. Okay. All right. So just me. It's just me. So just two friends. So how did your friends react? Were they supportive? Or did they make you feel like, girl, why are you taking that? I do have friends that don't know and not telling people because I know how people think. Yeah. And you know what? And I feel like too, Tracy, if it's going to discourage you, you don't need the discouragement. If it's going to discourage you, keep it to yourself, keep it under the cuff. Yeah, I think it's your business. There is no right or wrong way. It's your way. And I always say that a lot, and I definitely mean that. My mom was shady. She always called us out. But that's what a mom's job is, right? To just tell the kids like it is. Who else is going to tell you with pure love, the truth, right? They're just going to let you know the truth. And that's what I miss about my mom being here. So, and you're one of those people, Pam, if you see me doing something that's not like a downsizing diva move, let me know. Just don't call me out in the chat. Can you just email me or text me? Don't make a video about me like downsizing diva. Just call me and text me and let me know. Email me. I think it's all about, yes, how you approach the subject and your intentions. Absolutely. I agree. One friend wasn't going to do a GLP-1 because her close friend talked her out of it. But when she found out I was doing it, she immediately got on it. Okay, very good. Yeah, and that's the thing. And I think, when people say like, we're out here representing all of the GLP-1 community, maybe we are. I'm really out here representing myself, honestly, because I can't represent folks. I can only do I represent my channel and represent myself. I really am only representing me and my story. But however, I would like to be positive, right? And I would like to, to let people just be educated and overall, because there's so many things that I have learned that I wish I would have known at the start. I wish there were lives like this when I started. It really wasn't. Nobody was really going live. And if they weren't really talking about like all the things that really affect women. I really feel like I was the one who started, getting that going. And I love that. I love that now you got so many other people. So when you're sick of Dee Dee, you got somebody else to go listen to. And and that's okay. And so I love choice and variety. I think that's great. But I do think that, should we be out here giving out wrong information? No. But are we learning with you guys? We are. So if I do say something that's not correct, correct me. And and I'm learning too. I am researching things and looking things up. I'm not a nurse. I don't want to be one. I'm not a doctor. I don't want to be one. But I do probably am more educated about this now than my own doctor, right? Because I live it, breathe it every day. I've been researching things. I share things with her, and she doesn't, make me feel like you think you know this and that. She tells me, thank you. That's good. That's a great perspective. That's good to know. I'm going to write that down. So I love that her mind is still open. I could tell a lifelong learner when I meet one, because they're still open to learning new things, and they're not so cut off like this is it, that's all. So yeah, so we all just have to learn from each other, and I think everybody's story is a great story to tell. It's just your story to tell. I love that. Okay, last one, and then I gotta roll up out of here. I won't see you guys until Easter. Geez, Louise, I don't want to break down in tears, so I'm not going to go into this. Maybe I'll talk about it on Monday after it. But I mean, not for nothing. Before we leave out of here, I want you guys to, find somebody in this chat that you, have seen in here, know it here, and, tell them something positive that you like about them. I love to do that. I think, in the world full of negativity, it's the positive folks that have to stand out. And you could pick anybody, we don't want to all pick, one person. So they could walk around here thinking they're the greatest. But pick somebody in the chat. It could be somebody who you've seen or heard or anything they said today, or just a message, like telling people something nice and positive. You don't really got to know them to do that, right? Being kind costs $0, zero. So find somebody in the chat. It could be me. I'm really not in the chat. Let me get up in the chat. And then to tell them something positive, give them happy wishes for Easter, give somebody a blessing, and then we're out of here. God sacrificed so much for us all, and the least we can do is uplift him, praise him, thank him, and most of all, be good to each other. It says, love thy neighbor as yourself, and that's hard to do, right? Can I get an amen? That is hard to do. But guess what? I feel like when you are kind and you have that positive energy, it comes back twofold. So that's why I could be on here, like I am tired. I even took a nap. I got my 8,000 steps in, and I took a nap today. And my daughter was trying to get help with her homework. That's how tired I was. I don't know. Is my daughter asleep? I don't know what she's doing. I think she's asleep. So I have had a long day, but I just find the energy to come here because I love the support, you guys. I love the energy you bring here. And sometimes we got to talk about things that aren't comfortable, and that's okay. But it's in love. It's in love, and it's not in shade. And, so I just think, for God so loved the world. And do I need to go into the Bible verse? Can you say it with me? So we know that Easter is coming up, and we just want to, if you're one of those mean girls, if you're one of those jealous girls or guys, let's do something different. It's never too late to start and do something new. So if you're not a supportive girl, because you probably didn't have support, let's start being supportive. Start with me and my channel. Support me. Let me support you. If you have a friend that's not supportive, pray for her in the chat today. Say a prayer for her. Reach out to somebody and be kind. So let me see. And what are you guys saying in the chat? I'm going to put my comment in here. Let's see. Okay. I'm going to put, I can say something about all of you. Maybe one day I just will go down the line and do that. But what I'm going to say about, this person, I'm going to pick my girl. Jeez Louise. Okay. Since she's a content creator, I'm going to pick two. So I'm going to just cause, I'm going to pick Pamela, because Pamela lost her mom recently, and she's just a class act. I just love that. Pamela is just a class act. Super sweet. If I misspell this, Pamela, sorry. Super sweet, and always kind. refined. Jeez Louise. I just love that. Okay, so that's my comment for her. Now I'm gonna pick somebody else that's not a content creator. I'm gonna pick let's see who is up in here still. I'm gonna pick somebody that's still in here. I'm gonna pick, you know what? I'm gonna pick Tracy. Tracy is a newbie. And are you still a newbie? When are you not a newbie, Tracy? I keep saying that. I don't, if you get annoyed with me calling you a newbie, let me know. But Tracy is a newbie. She came into the chat that you asked so many good questions. Let's see. And I could just tell you want to do the right thing on this journey. I could just tell. And I'm just praying that you reach your goal and get wherever you want to go. And not for nothing, anybody in any of the subscribers in here, the people that are supportive, I just appreciate you all. But I can't say something about every single person right now. But one day, don't challenge me, because one day I will. She asked so many good questions. Let me see. And then she asked me my name. She's like, I want to call it. I love that, because when you know somebody's name, that makes you feel like you have even more of a connection. So I love that. Yeah. Okay. So I want to go and read these comments. What are you guys saying to the people? Okay, so if I had misspelled this, I'm sorry. I can't erase, delete. I can barely see what's going on. It's a glare. It's not that my eyes or the glasses. Like this light. Can you see that? It's like a glare even on my glasses. Okay, so what are you guys saying? Let's see. Let's see. What are you guys saying? Okay. Okay, let me see. One thing I want to say too is let's pray for our country. Jeez Louise. I feel like our country is the greatest country. We're by far number one. And we just have to stay that way. We got to stay that way. And the best way to stay that way is to be unified. And when you're unified, we can have have discourse and disagree, but overall we want to be unified. And I think we got to get that back. We're so divided, and that breaks my heart, because I hate to see that, because I can just imagine what we're saying about each other in our country. Just imagine what the folks are saying about us in other countries, and what we're doing and how we're doing it. So I would like to see us all be on one accord. I really would. I just think that geez Louise, it's just hard out here. All right, so I see the comments. You guys it is hard to choose. I probably shouldn't have said choose, huh? So I love how people are saying everybody. Yes, okay, yes, amen. I love that. Yes. Oh, she's rocking the red dress. Somebody said I'm very positive. Everyone is beautiful in their own right. Yes. And I think we got to remember that. And everybody's journeys are beautiful too, in their own way. And let people work through their things, how they're going to work through. All we can do is offer support, but I do want to end with saying the best way to motivate people, if you got kids, I'm telling you, as a research teacher, you can Google this. I'm telling you, as a teacher who's won awards for being a great teacher, and I'm going to brag here because it is what it is. Part of what research says is, and when we get all bogged up in what we do, and being hasty and getting annoyed, teachers feel the frustrations too. But what really motivates people is letting them know, I believe in you. I love you. You can do this. You're smart. You're this. You're pouring into people in a positive way. Critiquing people and making people feel like they're doing the wrong thing, they're not going to change. You know what they're going to do? They're going to double down. And if they were eating 2 cookies, now you're going to make them eat 4. It's just a fact. You can Google it. This is not anything I'm saying. This is research has shown that this is what people do. And being a role model really works. If you see somebody eating you know, like let's say if you see somebody eating, what's the healthiest fruit? Let's say some strawberries. That's my favorite. I don't know if that's the healthiest. Maybe an apple is the healthiest. If you see somebody eating an apple or some strawberries and they're constantly eating that, that's my daughter. I see it with her. She wants to eat that fruit. Whereas before, you know, when I was eating chips and cookies, she wanted to eat the chips and cookies. Now that I'm eating, and not now, but since this journey, when I'm eating healthier, she wants to eat healthier. So being a role model and being positive is the best way to make a change. So I would say to you, if you see somebody, one of your friends that's struggling on a weight loss journey, the best thing you can do for them is be a role model and be supportive. And so, you know, I know I agree with Michelle Obama sometimes. Now, Michelle, I'm giving you the side eye now. They got that picture floating around of you. I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's not right, Michelle. Michelle said when they go low, we go high. And I love that. I love that. And it's hard. It's hard. But we got to do it. We got to do it. When they go low, we got to go high. But that doesn't mean keep it moving. Let them go. With that said, I'm going to say have a great night. I love you all. You guys, thank you for giving each other compliments in the chat. This has been fun. I appreciate you guys. I will see. Have a happy Easter. If I don't see you, enjoy your friends, enjoy your family, and most of all, thank the whatever higher power that you pray to or look to for some support and some spiritual guidance. Thank them that we're able to see another Easter, and I'm just praying that it's a violent-free Easter. That's my prayer. That there is. I turn on that news. I don't even want to turn on, but I don't want to hear of a death anywhere. I want to hear that people are, loving each other, and just can we for one day, can we all just, in the words of Rodney King, can we all just get along? All right. So have a good night. Love you guys. Stay safe and stay prayed up. Most of all, stay prayed up. Good night.